Hey guys, and welcome back to Swami Studios. I am your host, Moonlight Swami, and today I'm bringing you guys, well, this is interesting. This is the, little bit of the all-star break for my first full season. As you can see, I'm batting .420 with 40 home runs, 52 stolen bases, and I did the calculations. I have more votes than the 7 other catchers on the ballot combined. They invited me to play in the home run derby, so let's get into it. Now, I'm not going to talk about this gameplay because, like always, gameplay is a backdrop for what I feel is important to talk about. And this is basically the first month of baseball in review. And, well, I'm going to let you know my analysis, picks, whatever. Okay, so let's look at the teams with the best record in baseball. It is the Rangers, then the Dodgers, then the Nationals, and then the Cardinals. And for that to be happening is kind of odd because, well, not odd, but in comparison to last year, it's far-fetched except for the Rangers. Rangers are a phenomenal team, but the thing with the Rangers is they are going to probably start tailing off. I say that because as the season progresses, the teams that really weren't doing well, like the Angels, like the Red Sox, the Yankees, they're going to kind of step it up a little bit. Actually, a lot of it, because, they're supposed to make the playoffs. The Angels, there's something interesting about the Angels. Their pitching is good, but they're just not really working cohesively. It's like a rebuilding process of working together, kind of like the Heat had in their first season. Albert Pujols still does not have a home run, which is shocking, but it's very easily remedied. As soon as he gets his first one, you know that he's going to start doing well, and the rest of his team is going to start doing well. His reasoning for not getting the first home run, it has to be the pressure of, well, being in that situation, of going to a new place and immediately having to become the face of that franchise and basically fix their team and make them a playoff contender. It doesn't help that no one on their team is hitting home runs or getting hits. They're all playing horribly, and I think that's the main problem. But I expect them to turn themselves around. The Red Sox turned themselves around, having a stretch of 20 games against teams with records below 500 last year. And I think the Angels can do something similar this year. I think they'll be fine. They'll have no problems. Let's go over to the National League, where you have the Dodgers and the Nationals. I said from the very beginning, Nationals are making the playoffs. I did not mention the Dodgers in that just because I don't know, I just never really thought about it. I should have, though. And with that being said, as I just barely make the second round of the home run derby, I should have kind of made that more clear. I forgot to mention that because I felt like I was forgetting something when I did that. I was kind of going back and forth between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks for who I think would win that division. Mainly because Kemp deserved the MVP award by far, and Kershaw was the Cy Young Award winner. And they had a lot of young talent. Andre Ethier remains one of my favorite players. James Loney is a great first baseman. D. Gordon, phenomenal shortstop. Very young, very fast. And they just have a good team. A little weak in the back end of their rotation, but, it happens. So I'm going to go back. I'm not going to really talk about each team specifically like that, but they're playing great. Kemp is playing great. Ethier and Kemp are tied for the National League lead in RBI. It's RBI because runs batted in. Lead league in RBI, not RBIs. I don't understand why they say that. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Regardless, then you go over to the Nationals. Team with phenomenal pitching. Called up Bryce Harper really early this year. I was expecting him to come in mid-May, early June at the earliest. And to bring him up now, I don't know, I think it's kind of pushing it, but you know what? If they can integrate him into this lineup so he gets used to this role and becomes a mainstay for the rest of the season, by all means, I think he'll be a major factor in their playoff push. Great pitching. I mean, absolutely great pitching. And, you know, I said that the Phillies are going to struggle until they get Ryan Howard back. And what happens? This is their first losing month in almost 3 years. And for that to be said, I understand how baseball works, and I understand if you lose your power hitter, you're going to struggle. But with every statement and rule, there is the exception. And that exception is the St. Louis Cardinals. Even without Albert Pujols, they are leading the National League Central, which is amazing. I said the Reds were going to win this division. They started off kind of slowly, but Cueto pitching great late. He was a little bit of a late bloomer this season, hopefully. Jay Bruce and Joey Votto still great. Hannigan and Cozart are really developing, but they have a good team. Cardinals with Berkman, Freeze, Descalso, Yachty, John Jay, Alan Craig when he gets healthy, Carlos Beltran, and Matt Holliday. I don't really... When I saw they got Beltran, I was like, oh, they're going to milk the last years of his career. He's going to play kind of like Matt Holliday, you know, 280 average, maybe 300 at the highest, 20 home runs or so. He's playing well. He could very well have a 30 home run season this year. And I never understood how Beltran just kind of was not playing well. I guess when you play for the Mets, you don't do too well. When you play for the Giants and for other teams, I guess it's not the same. But St. Louis is a definite hitter's ballpark, and Los Angeles is not where Albert Pujols is now. Los Angeles is a pitcher's park by far, and I guarantee once either Pujols gets his first home run or guys in the lineup start doing well around him, and things will be different. I think that it really could be big, as Hunter Pence fails miserably with only 1 home run in the first 3 outs. Oh, he's going to regret that. So, overall, I think baseball is right where it should be. The Mets are doing very well as well. You know, I said that they would probably finish in last place, but with 75 wins, 70-75 wins, and that's nothing to sneeze at, considering they even said it. They have the first homegrown lineup they've had in like 30 years or something. It's ridiculous. They are a young team with very little going for them right now, yet they're doing well. I'd love to see if they can really stick with this up until the All-Star break. If they do, I might reconsider who I think is going to the playoffs. If the Phillies don't start bouncing back, but they will. The Giants, I don't have any faith in them. Padres just suck. The Brewers, I don't have faith in them. I think their team is just not good. I don't think their team is good, especially considering that if they make it to the playoffs, they're not going to do well. This year, so many teams are better than they have been. I mean, even the A's. Look at Bartolo Colon just shutting down every team he faces. Baseball's a lot of surprises. I do like the A's, though. Just call me a fan of the underdog. And I have to comment on Ryan Braun's game last night in San Diego in probably the best pitcher's ballpark in baseball, Petco. He had 3 home runs and got a triple. Got 6 RBI. Or I think it was more than that. But really? Really, Ryan Braun? You are seriously going to go off like that? I have to say that was just absolutely ridiculous watching, and Hunter Pence actually gets 10 home runs to tie it up going into the last round. I only need 1 to beat him, and there it is. So Gibson wins the home run derby. Just going to finish out the at-bats, just keep going with it in Kansas City, KC. And Kauffman Stadium's a really nice stadium. I like the fountains that they have in... I thought they had fountains in Kansas City. Yeah, they do, all the way in the back right, I believe. Are those fountains or is that wall? I can't tell. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown of the first month of the season. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I will mention one more thing about the Yankees, how decimated their pitching got, losing Pineda, sending Garcia to the bullpen, and Hughes just sucking. Pettit's going to fix that for Garcia. They're still going to have a four-man, really strong rotation. Baroda needs to pick himself up a little bit. CC. And expect the Tigers to come out strong. There's always an adjustment period when you have guys come from the National League to the American League, like Prince Fielder did. And we're just going to have to wait and see how the season progresses. I'll do another one of these on June 1st. I destroy Hunter Pence. I got 48 home runs in the Home Run Derby. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Next episode will include the All-Star Game, which I obviously made. And I'll do another Josh Gibson My Player then. Guys, I hope you enjoy. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out.
What? If you don't believe it, hold up.